I'm Liza Banks. I'm a tour guide at the Metropolitan Museum of Art, and I want to show you one of my favorite Sargent portraits in the entire Met, and it's this one, Mr. and Mrs. Stokes. I call Mr. and Mrs. Stokes the original Brooklyn, New York hipsters because they actually come from family money. If you know, you know. But this painting was made in 1897, and Mr. and Mrs. Stokes were married in 1895, and this portrait was actually a gift, a wedding gift for them. Originally, it was supposed to be just Mrs. Stokes in an elegant evening gown, which is a classic Sargent. All three of these right here are all Sargents. So you can see he usually paints women in these really formal attire and these beautiful gowns, right? That's what he's known for. So the story is that Mrs. Stokes came in an evening gown, sitting for the portrait, and Sargent was like, no, something's not quite right. And he would scrape the paint off of the canvas after every sitting. And then apparently she came in one day off the streets of London, that's where they were visiting from New York, and she was wearing this day wear, this more casual streetwear. And he was like, wear that. But it's a very untraditional representation of a woman. Also, the fact that she's like sitting with her hands on her hips and she has this hat, I mean, low-key, I love that outfit, and I feel like I could find it at a thrift store in Brooklyn. But there was also supposed to be a dog in this painting. There was supposed to be a Great Dane. And I don't know what happened to the dog. I guess dogs get sick days too, but the dog didn't show up. And so Mr. Stokes, he has this like sudden stroke of inspiration where he's like, I'll be in the painting. So that's how we get Mr. Stokes in this painting. And again, another untraditional representation of a couple, right? The woman is in the foreground and the man is in the background. And like I said, both of these people come from family money, but what they use their money and influence for is actually pretty awesome. Mr. Stokes is an architect, and he also works in housing reform to get rid of tenement housing in New York. Mrs. Stokes runs a sewing school for poor and immigrant women. This ends up becoming one of Sargent's most important double portraits, and really interestingly has an influence on other things. So right here, this is Mr. and Mrs. Stokes, right? And then Mr. Stokes, his parents are right here. And this painting was made by a different artist a year after that other painting, but it's the same positioning as the woman in the front and the man in the background. And I just love that. Put your lady first, you know what I mean? But anyway, if you're in the American wing, come check out Mr. and Mrs. Stokes. Legends.